So basically, we've a lot of what Everest put out. I just wanted to agree with a lot of the great research they put out. Very interesting stats that they have put forward today, and very much in alignment with some of the key trends that we also are finding within Genesis Global Business Services and Knowledge Executive. We've been conducting a global business continuity and evolving work model survey, and that was run across a number of key global locations, as well as your very traditional offshoring and outsourcing locations, some of the top locations. You can see them on the slide here. And that was a three-phase survey, Javier, that covered investment promotion agencies, outsourcers, and enterprises. And we're still in the process of running that survey. We've got phases 1 and 2 done. But what I found was the alignment with what Everest said very much in this slide. So when we asked outsourcers what work at home best practice initiatives that they put in place to mitigate the risks of the COVID-19 pandemic, a lot of them are definitely putting in place virtual business continuity plans to take into account new work at home models and evolving work models, which is very much in alignment with what Everest said about adapting to new business models. And that also speaks to multiple hybrid models that are coming through. Tom mentioned the fact that it's very unsure as to where that's going to sit. We predict that we're going to see a lot more multiple hybrid models coming in place, where it will be a mixture of work at home, on premise, somewhere in between, and then work from anywhere. So we're definitely going to see that a lot happening. And 80% of the respondents to that survey indicated that that would be a key trend for them. And then they're also having to communicate and update their HR practices for new work at home models. They're having to make sure they put proper processes in place for their staff and their agents to work from home. Mental wellness is a key factor for them. A lot of their agents, their employees, we know, have gone through trauma with the COVID-19 pandemic, and they've had to make sure that they take that into account with their wellness programs. And then, of course, a lot of them are also negotiating revised compliance and regulatory policies to take into account work at home with their new clients. And that's an issue such as data protection and security is a key thing that they've got to now make sure that they look after in new environments. But when we asked investment promotion agencies and economic development organizations what was happening at a country level, now some of these are actually members of the GT&BSC, and what we found there was quite interesting, was that about a third of them said that tried and tested ways and means of and strategies were proving ineffectual in responding to the COVID-19 crisis. That was quite interesting. And a lot of them are experiencing cancelled in-person investor meetings and events and fairs and missions, which is posing a very big challenge to foreign direct investment. The fact that there's a lot of challenges around travel and constraints is also posing significant challenges for a lot of them. And then they're also having to address supply chain security and shortening global value chains are also a key concern for them. And about 44% of them said that they're needing to make sure they have more effective lead generation in place and providing incentives for investment attraction. My last slide just basically covers more about what IPAs and EDOs are finding in their environment. So over 50% of them said that they are using recovery and response insights and intelligence on their country's specific location attributes to retain and attract foreign direct investment. But more than 2/3 of them said that they have plans to replace their current physical interactions with digital engagements and repurpose events into digital formats, which very much speaks to what some of the other analysts and speakers are talking today. The shift into digital is definitely a key trend that we're also seeing in our environment. And then they're also planning to adopt best practice insights and review their market strategies to support quicker recovery. And so we can expect industry transformation as 31% of IPAs and EDOs plan to restructure to align with global market shifts and update their country value propositions to take this into account. We're going to see the need for them to do that in multiple areas, with the shift to digital, with multiple work models coming in, involving work models, with some of the key trends that we're seeing in our own environment. Multi-sourcing is going to be a big key trend. Multi-sourcing, virtualized sourcing, as well as also the need to adapt to this new normal that we find ourselves in. Thank you.